Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am finally getting a video for you out about smoking. I have been insanely busy with everything, a lot of stuff. I don't even want to get in there, that I realized that I never actually kept going with the updates about cream of tartar and what progress have I made with it. So, you know, I just realized that today is my small anniversary. It's a week since I quit smoking, like quit. And I wanted to share this with you. Sorry, I'm a little hot. It's a little crazy hot in New York City. I just walked into the door from work, and I just, you know, felt like doing this, so I just got right into this. I am so hot, like it's insanely humid. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so today is Tuesday, October 10th. I quit on, what is it, 3rd? I think it was October 3rd, 2017, exactly a week ago. Tuesday night was the last time I had a cigarette. Quick question to myself, because I think that that's what I would ask a person who quit smoking. Did the cream of tartar really helped? Well, I think yes. It really, for some reason, the way it works in your body or with your hormones, it really does help to fight cravings. So the beauty of it is that you start slow. You slowly get it into your body, you know, up to a month. It took me, I think, a month and a half. It's like a ritual, you know. Every time I would go to bed, I would do what I've showed you in the video, and that's it. And I would wake up, and every single day I would count how many hours I would go in the morning. I would go without pulling up a cigarette. There were a couple more things that I've done, you know, in order to help, but the main part was to actually think twice about, you know, before lighting up a cigarette. Oh my gosh, my hair is so frizzy, it's crazy. Oh my gosh, sorry. So yeah, that's the main point. So I ended up going from, you know, 10 minutes after I wake up to a half hour, then 45 minutes, then an hour. And then once I took out cigarettes from my bag and they were there, so I ended up, you know, I woke up and my brain didn't see the cigarettes nearby, and I didn't smoke. And then, you know, it's a funny thing, about 3 hours in, I was like, oh, hold on a minute, I didn't smoke today. And of course, the moment I remembered that, I wanted to have a cigarette right away. But it really struck me, like, that's another thing that I started doing. I started putting cigarettes in a different room, because, you know, so it's not in the bedroom. So that really helped. Then, you know, the stronger I became was everything. You know, the easier it was for me to say no. For example, I started I don't even know what else. Like, I started, you know, skipping cigarettes association places. By association places, I mean the places that your brain associate with having a cigarette break. It could be, you know, a bus stop, or a porch, or a window, or coffee. You know, like the places where would you usually have a cigarette. My problem was I would have lots of cigarette, like a couple cigarettes in the morning. Then I would have a cigarette before getting into a subway, on a train. Then I will have a cigarette after I got off the subway, and after I After I got off the subway and after before work, then I would work. I work part-time, so that's what happens. My body craves more oxygen. I've noticed that I have these weird, like, cravings for oxygen. So, you know, I stopped. So I started saying no for myself. Like, I would have a cigarette at home before leaving house, right? So I'll smoke, and then I'll skip a cigarette that I used to smoke before getting on the subway. Then, and I will wait until I get out of the subway and have a cigarette. Then sometimes I would switch to like having a cigarette before getting ready for work, like stuff like that. So, you know, it's very personal because everyone has their own triggers. So just, you know, see how you feel about it. And then so that's just, you know, what have I done, you know, in order to create this ground for quitting. Quitting. So last week, I think I mentioned in a couple videos that I do have a dog walking business, and I do a lot of pet sitting all over the New York City and close New Jersey. So it happened that I got a new client in Jersey City, and which is basically like across the river from Manhattan, and I spent, you know, the whole week in there. And hold on, there's a freaking mosquito right there. Oh, I hate it. Oh, sorry. You know, I think that very, very good idea to quit smoking is to change the environment, because when you are in a crystal clear new environment, your brain doesn't have any habits there. And that's what I did. I got into the Jersey City on Sunday night, and I had a pack of cigarettes. Because I could not smoke at home, because I usually smoke at home in my house. I really had to actually get in the elevator, get down. So it would take an effort. It's not like I just, you know, sit down, watch TV and have a cigarette. No, it would just be get downstairs, you know, have a cigarette. And it was annoying, so I ended up smoking the half of the pack that I had in 2 days, which was really interesting. And then I remember smoking the last cigarette was Tuesday night. And I was like, okay, so I'll go find grocery somewhere nearby, and I'll, you know, and I'll just buy a pack of cigarettes. It should be cheaper than Manhattan because the taxes are different. It's basically a different state. And, you know, that's how it went. I woke up and I was fine, you know, like it's a new apartment. The brain doesn't know. My brain just didn't know that I want to have a cigarette at that moment in that apartment. Like, it's the association thing as well. I've learned a couple of, you know, things about my habits. Then I went to Manhattan, and I was like a little late, so I didn't have a chance to run into the grocery store, Jan Reed right next to work, and actually have a cigarette. So I had to skip another one, and then I had to leave for a different work, and then there's no grocery store or Jan Reed closed. So I really didn't have time to get a cigarette on Wednesday after work, which was already 7 o'clock. And I was like, as I'm just, you know, kind of like going over these emotions again, since when I'm telling it to you. And I was like, oh my God, like I was dying for a cigarette. I was like, I can't take this. I really need to smoke. So I got out of the PATH train, that's like the underneath train that takes you to Jersey City, and I was like walking around, like I'm like, I want a cigarette. Like, I don't know, I just know that the way from the train from the subway to the building, and it's like almost 7:15, and I just, like, it's dark, I don't know where to do, my phone is almost dying, so GPS, I may lose it, and I'm like, oh my god, like, this is nuts, you know, like that moment when you just really, really want it. And I walked a couple blocks, and I went over to a taxi guy. I think he was an Uber driver or something. I was like, listen, are you local? Like, can you tell me if there are any, like, stores or groceries? Because I'm from New York, and, you know, it's, like, I don't know the area. And he was like, well, to be honest, everything is closed already. I'm like, what? He's like, well, around here, it's more of a residential area. You gotta walk about 25 minutes in order to get to a smoke shop. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And he was like, yeah. I'm like, it's faster for me to just turn around, take a path back to Manhattan, buy cigarettes. He's like, yeah, basically it is. I'm like, oh my god. So I ended up, and, you know, I kind of started chatting, and he was like, listen, you know what, you want a cigarette? I'll give you a cigarette. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Because he was smoking, that's why I came over to him. And he was like, yeah. He's like, you know, I get the idea. And I'm like, thank you very much. Can I pay you for it? And he's like, no, no, no. So he gave me this very strong Marlboro green ones. I hate menthol, but I was so, you know, grateful for that, because I was dying for a cigarette. So I walked a little, you know, not to be like a dude that, like, is dying for a cigarette. I just turned around the block, and I stand, and I lit up the cigarette, and I did 2 puffs. That was Wednesday, and I almost threw up. Like, out of the blue, I got so dizzy. It was really scary, guys. Oh my god, like, I never had that feeling. I don't know, but I just totally was like, I was about to gag, and I just threw the cigarette away, like, automatically. I'm like, what the hell? And, you know, and that was it. So basically, I did have a smoke on Wednesday, but I still count my quit day on Tuesday, because that was the last day I smoked, the last my cigarette, you know, cigarette of mine. And then I was like, you know what? If I did it for a day, I was also sick. I'm like, I may just have a little break. Like, I may just, like, not quit. I'm not gonna, you know, scare my brain with the word quit. I'm just gonna take a break. I'll buy cigarettes tomorrow or whatever. You know, I woke up on Thursday, and for some reason, I got into the financial point, and I felt like I don't have the urge to go and just buy cigarettes. And you know what? I just kept rolling with it. I didn't do it on Thursday. I was happy as a bee. I did it on Friday. I did it on Saturday. Saturday night hit. I was dying for a cigarette. But I think it was in those 4 days I did put in my mind that I'm done. I quit. I don't want to do it anymore. The answer to the question, do I want to smoke? Yes, I would. No, I would love to have a cigarette now. Like, if someone would walk out, I'll have a bottle of a glass of wine. I would love to sit on the balcony, look in Manhattan, you know, and just have a cigarette. But because I know that it will bring me back, I will not do it. I don't want to go back where I was. I don't want to be that dependent person who's going nuts after 3-4 hours of not having cigarettes. I just, you know, I don't. And it's so, I feel so much better. Like, to be honest, my skin cleared up within 3 days. Like, it became so much brighter. I did get some breakouts because of my period is coming, so that's different. But just overall, it's so much brighter. Like, I don't know, supple. And My teeth are, you know, a little lighter as well. They're not white, but they are whiter. And I feel like these lines, oh, well, that's the age in my cheeks as well. Anyway, so, sorry guys, it's getting to 15 minutes. What I wanted to mention as well is so on Saturday night, I really got like this. I shut myself in the room. I bought a bag of gummies. I got a good movie and lots of treats, whatever I could find. And I just, you know, I kept like piling up things. Sunday and Monday was really, really hard mentally because, you know, it's like the crossroads. You kind of feel like you want to do it, like you're done with quitting, but then, you know, it's really interesting. It's like 50-50, but I think the other 50 is getting into 60%, that I'm not gonna go back, and I'm totally fine with it. There was a weird craving of fresh squeezed orange juice. Insane. Like lots of vitamin C. My brain, my body just craves vitamin C. Lots of Tic Tacs, lots of little candies, gummy bears. I mean, I would recommend you tomatoes, but we all know that it's not gonna work. And I already put 3 pounds. Being a big girl, I know I don't care about that, but not like I don't care, but one of my points before starting with the weight loss was quitting smoking. And you know what I'm experiencing right now, what a pride I'm taking in myself, gives me such a huge confidence, you know, confidence and the belief that I can achieve my weight loss finally. So, but I'm not torturing myself for another week. I'm eating whatever I want. I'm trying to I'm not overeating, but if I want pizza, I'll order pizza, you know, and stuff like that. Wanted to mention, just got refilled the icebreakers. That's a new one, watermelon, green apple, and tangerine. This one is watermelon. So cool. Tic Tacs, holes, you know, try to go with sugar-free. Oh, no coffee. I didn't drink coffee for probably like 4 days already. I mean 5 days for sure, because I didn't have coffee Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I had coffee yesterday. You know, I had a coffee on Monday, Sunday morning, and Monday, and today I had a latte, but I didn't have coffee, and I don't really have craving. I love coffee, but I didn't have any cravings for now. You know, I did experience some, I think, anxiety a couple of days. It was yesterday and Sunday, and then on Sunday night it switched to being a little happy, and happy I mean, like, you know, when people are high happy, that's how I was. My boyfriend was like, you know, are you okay? I'm like, I think I'm a little too overwhelmed. Let me just take a couple. I have a stress care. I showed you in one of the videos that it's a natural kind of supplement to keep you calm. What I really experienced was excessive sweating for good 5 days. I could not bear with it. Like, I was just always hot. It was kind of embarrassing and kind of weird, but you know, you gotta go through this. I don't experience any cough or any like cleansing stuff. I am not sure what people are talking about, but I'm sure maybe I'll get it more towards a month's mark. But that is it, guys, for now. That's all I could, think of. I know it's 20 minutes, but I really wanted to just, talk about it, tell you a story, and I wish you all the same. I don't wish you to quit smoking or anything. I just wish you to experience that feeling of pride for yourself, as I am experiencing right now, and it's priceless. I will be honest with you. You feel like, for me, that is the biggest challenge that I ever had in my life, not even a weight loss. And I think somewhere in my mind, I felt like if I could quit smoking, I could do anything, because I have goosebumps saying this, because it just puts so much pride in it. And I just really wish you to experience that pride in yourself, like to be so proud of yourself, and prove it to yourself, that you can be honest to yourself and say to yourself, man, you know what, I didn't have any cigarettes. I really do. Because you can talk to anyone else and be like, oh, I quit, I'm gonna quit. But if right here, somewhere there in the heart, you are not sure about it, or you are afraid to do this, then it's the worst. But when you can be true to yourself and be proud for yourself, this is such a phenomenal feeling. So I wish all of you experience this. I'll update you a little bit, further, like maybe another week, give it another week. I'm sure I'll get more, symptoms of withdrawals and everything like that. But as I say, keep your life busy, keep your mouth and life busy. That will definitely keep you away from cigarettes, at least for a couple hours. Have a great night. I will talk to you later.